chart, there is a Mercator chart. The scale at the equator of that chart is 1 divided by 35 lakh. What is the scale at some other latitude at 37 degrees south latitude? So, simple. Step 1, the formula says that scale at equator equals to scale at a particular latitude into cos of that latitude. Now the scale at equator is 1 divided by equals to scale at latitude. What kind of latitude? Scale at 37 degrees south into cos of that particular latitude. So cos of 37 degrees. So cross multiply scale at 37 degrees south latitude equals to 1 divided by this value 35 lakhs into 1 divided by cos 37. So cos 37 is 0.7986, that value. Multiply that by 35 lakhs, so you get answer 1 divided by scale at 37 degrees south to be equal to 1 divided by 2795224. Okay, so approximately 28 lakh. So select that option which has a value which is close to this number, 27 lakh 95,224, 28 lakhs. So this is how you do the sum. Use the formula scale at equator equals to scale at latitude into cos of that latitude. Substitute the values and get the final value. Question 2. There is a Mercator chart. The scale at 50 north is so and so. What is the scale at equator? Similar to the question number 1. But now here we have to find scale at equator. So formula is scale at equator equals to scale at particular latitude into cos of that latitude. So scale at 50 degree north is 1 divided by into cos of latitude. So what is the latitude here? Cos of 50 north. So cos 50. So scale at equator equals to scale at 50 north latitude into cos of 50. So cos 50 is, use your scientific calculator, 0.64, that divided by 45 lakh. Now to find out scale, we always need number 1, the number 1 in the numerator, right? So now we have 0.64 in the numerator. Now to bring number 1 in the numerator, we will have to divide both numerator and denominator by 0.64. So 45 lakh divided by 0.64 is 1 divided by 7031250. So approximately this value. Okay, so 45, yeah. So this is the value that you get, 7031250. So the scale at equator will be equal to 7031, 1 divided by 7031250. So select that option which has a value closest to this particular value. Next, question number 3. On a Mercator chart, the scale at 15 north is this. What is the scale at 47 degrees south? Okay, so this is a two-step answer. Now first, the scale at 15 degree north is given to you. With this information, we will find scale at equator. When we find scale at equator, using that particular value, we will find scale at 47 degrees south. So step 1, scale at equator equals to scale at particular latitude into cos of that latitude. So over here, the latitude given to us is 15 degree north. So scale at 15 degree north is 1 divided by 151012 into cos of that latitude, cos of 15. Now cos 15 is 0.96 divided by 151212. So now dividing numerator and denominator by 0.96, we get 1 divided by 1562,500. So scale at equator is this. 1 divided by 1562,500. Now using this information, we will proceed to step number 2, in which we write the formula again. Scale at equator equals to scale at particular latitude into cos of that latitude. So scale at equator is 1 divided by 1562,500. Scale at latitude. Scale at the latitude given to us is 47 degrees south. So scale at 47 degree into cos 47. Cross multiply. Scale at 47 degree south latitude will be equal to 1 divided by 1562,500 into 1 divided by cos 47. Now what is cos 47? 0.68. So 1 divided by 0.68 multiplied by 1 divided by 1562,500. So 0.68 divided by into, multiply the denominator, 0.68 multiplied by this value 1562,500. So you get final answer 1 divided by 1065,622. So this is the scale at 47 degree south latitude. This is the scale at 47 degree south latitude. Select that option which is closest to this value. Next, chart length between two meridians is so and so 3.2 inch. What is the scale of the chart as a representative fraction at 50 degree north? Okay, so scale formula is chart distance divided by earth distance. Now over here chart distance is given to us 3.2 inch. Earth distance is not given to us directly, but they have told us, or they have given us the information that there are two meridians, any two meridians which are 1 degree apart. So D long is 1 degree. Okay, and now we can find out, we can convert this angular distance between two meridians, that is 1 degree angular distance, into corresponding earth distance. Now that earth distance will be our Ramline distance. So Ramline distance formula is D long in minutes into cos lat. So d long is 1 degree. Convert that into minutes, multiply by 60 into cos lat. So cos latitude is 50 degree north, cos 50. So cos 50 into 60 is equal to 38.5. So 38.5 nautical miles. Now let's put this earth distance value in our formula, earth distance. So I'm writing it here, scale equals to chart distance upon earth distance. Chart distance is 3.5, 3 decimal 2 divided by 38.5 nautical miles. Next step will be to equate, to bring the units of both numerator and denominator at a par equal with each other. So if there is inch in numerator, we will convert nautical miles to corresponding inches. So 3.2 divided by 38.5 nautical miles. Convert nautical miles into meter. So 1 nautical mile is 1852 meters. Meter into centimeter, so 100. Now we all know that 1 inch equals to 2.54 centimeter, right? So this many centimeter, 38.5 into 1852 meter into 100 centimeter will be equal to how many inches? We do not know. So what you do is you divide this by 2.54. So 38.5 into 1852 into 100 centimeter equals to how many inches? We do not know. Cross multiply x will be equal to 38.5 into 1852 into 100 divide by 2.54. So when I write 2.54 here, when I divide this thing by 2.54, what will happen? This 2.54 in the denominator will go to the numerator. Okay, so next step will be 3.2 inch multiplied by 2.54 divided by 38.5 into 1852 into 100. Now 3.2 into 2.54 is 8.128. 38.5 multiplied by 1852 into 100 is 7130200. Now dividing numerator and denominator by 8.128. When you do that, you get 1 in the numerator. In the denominator, you will have a value of 877239. So this will be the scale at 50 degree north latitude. Okay. So here use the formula. Step 2, calculate drumline distance or earth distance, substitute the values, bring the units of both numerator and denominator equal. Okay. And solve it. Okay, be careful with your calculations in the scientific calculator. Now this is your final answer. Select that option which is closest to this value. Question number 5. Mercator is to be constructed at a scale of so and so at latitude 44 north. What is the required spacing in centimeter between meridians which are 1 degree apart? So over here we have to find out chart distance. Scale equals to chart distance upon earth distance, right? Scale is given to us 1 divided by 2,237,000. Chart distance is what we have to find out in terms of centimeters. Earth distance is not given to us directly, but they have told us that there are two meridians. There are two meridians which are 1 degree apart, just like the previous question. So d long between the two meridians is 1 degree. So drumline distance between them will be d long in minutes into cos lat. So 1 degree into 60 into cos lat. So the latitude here is 44 north. So cos of 44. So cos 44 is whatever into 60. 43 nautical miles. Okay. So substitute the value, chart distance divided by 43 nautical miles. Now we want a final answer to be in centimeter. So convert nautical mile into corresponding centimeter. 43 nautical miles into 1852 meter into 100 centimeter. Therefore, charge distance will be cross multiply 43 into 1852 into 100 divide by 2237000. So 43 into 1852 into 100 divide by 2237 3 times 0. 3.55. 3.55 centimeters. So this is your final answer. Chart distance will be 3.55 centimeter. Okay. So very simple. Practice this.